A teenage girl believes that anything is possible, but sometimes things don't go as planned. As she met a man who is a former dreamer, she is bound to discover something spectacular that even the world doesn't seem to be aware of. A place where anything impossible can be possible, a place where imagination is just a word, a place that is called Tomorrowland.
With every second that ticks by,
The future is running out. Newton?
That's not mine.
What's not yours?
The pen. I've never.
what if there was a place,
Dad, I just need you to look at this. Does it look weird?
a secret place, where nothing was impossible?
You're not saying this!
Casey, stop it! Go away! Did you see the dog?
I want you to take me there.
Take you where?
Where'd you get this? Who are you, kid?
What you saw was a place where the best and the brightest people in the world came together to actually change it.
We've been looking for someone like you for a very long time.
Why? Did something happen over there? Something bad?
They followed you here?
Who?
Come on! Get in!
How is this a good idea?
There's one way in.
They know we're coming, so follow me.
Of all the people, why me?
He thinks you can fix the future.
Hang on! You wanted to see Tomorrowland. Here it comes.
It all started with an optimistic girl named Casey Newton who doesn't want to give up building the NASA launch platform. As she keeps sneaking into the site to stop the demolition, a girl named Athena sees something special about her. Thus, Athena decided to give her the last pin without Casey knowing it. As Casey touches the pin, she found herself in a world where everything about technology is possible. However, her journey to this amazing world was cut short. She started to search online where the pin originated and found a store named Blast from the Past. She decided to go there, and as she met the owners, they asked her about the pin. They gave her a small introduction to the place, but in return, they asked her where she got it. Unfortunately, she really doesn't have an idea, but the owners didn't believe her. She was shocked to discover that the owners are not humans, but animatronics armed with advanced weaponry. Ready to accept her death, she was saved by Athena. Later on, she discovered that Athena was also an animatronics. She traveled with her and told her the reason why she gave the pin. After a long drive, she was ditched to a place where Frank Walker, a man who was once a dreamer, lives in. She entered the front yard and knocked the door, but Frank didn't let her in, even though she showed the pin because he lost his hope about that place. He was hesitant to help her, but when they get attacked by another animatronics, that is when he believed that there is something special about her. They managed to escape. Then Athena picked them up and they traveled to Tomorrowland. When they arrived, Casey saw how that beautiful place turned into a disaster. As they walked around, David Nix, an old acquaintance of Frank and Athena, greeted them in an unpleasant manner. They told him that Casey has the capability to fix the problem, but he viewed it negatively. As they stayed there, Casey got an idea that the monitor David had showed them is the one causes the problem. They need to destroy it immediately because the world may end in a span of approximately 58 days. However, David didn't agree, and soon they found out that he is the one who wanted all these things to happen. First, they tried to use the 1 kiloton detonation which Frank gave to Athena earlier. Unfortunately, they ran out of time because they were engaged in a fight with David. The bomb exploded that causes fallen debris. Athena saw the future that Frank would be shot by David in a few seconds, but before that happens, she throws herself in front of him and ended up being shot. She recalls her memories when Frank was still younger and told him that dreamers need to stick together. She told them that they can use her self-destruction program to destroy the monitor. As the ending came, they made new animatronics inspired by Athena's model and started distributing tons of pins, searching for new dreamers that will help to have a brighter future for the world.
The movie contains a lot of machines and systems that are related to HCI. Here are those.
Tomorrowland Pin. The technology used is not yet present. There is a probability that this may happen, especially that it uses a holographic projection. Although the use of DNA to own an object is not available, a company named Data Technology Ltd, located in Sydney, Australia, uses a code that is unique to its users that is similar to a DNA.
The Monitor. The monitor that Frank made serves as a future predicting machine, and in reality, there is an existing technology like this. The researchers at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology's Computer Science Artificial Intelligence Laboratory started to train a computer on predicting how well people greet each other. By making an algorithm and allowing the system to study 600 hours of raw footage, it was able to predict 71% of the time. Still, the algorithm needs a lot of improvement.
Time bomb. Time bombs are present today. However, there is a difference in the movie and in real life. Time bombs in real life use time and explodes after the time runs out. Meanwhile, in the movie, time bombs literally stops an object for a certain period of time. Flying cars. At first, it seems to be impossible, but companies like Terrafugia, Joby Aviation, DeLorean, Palvi Liberty, Uber Air, Lilium Aviation, and Toyota Skydive are now under projects to develop flying cars and are expected to be seen by 2050. Teleportation machine. Teleportation machines are not present today, but it is possible that we could see one in the future. In a recent research from the University of Rochester and Purdue University, teleportation may also be possible between electrons, which is called quantum teleportation. Quantum teleportation involves two distant entangled particles in which the state of a third particle instantly teleports its state to the second entangled particles. This may be a breakthrough to the science and technology.
Hover train. This does not exist, but there's an existing train that almost looks like this, and it is called magnetic levitation train or maglev. It is also a floating train with the help of rails and magnet, unlike in the film that is really floating in the sky. Based on this existing train, we think the hover train from the film has a possibility to exist in the future. Magnet wall. This also does not exist, but there is an existing invention that is slightly similar to this, and it is called magnetic. So we think that magnet wall has a possibility to exist in the future. Magnetic can be used by posting it on an existing wall, and using these metal plates, the user can easily hang anything. The film shows that the wall is really a magnet and it doesn't need any metal plates to hang anything. Jetpack. This is existing and it's invented by Wendell Moore of Bell Aerosystems in 1961, and it was called the Bell Rocket Belt before. All existing jetpack is based on the construction of this Bell Rocket Belt. 1 kiloton detonation. This does not exist, but there is invention similar to this. It is called ESS and it was tested by Operation Teapot in 1955. Recorder holographic projection. This does not exist, but there is an existing device called holographic telepresence that can record and project 3D and moving images using this transparent acrylic mounted on an aluminum base. This device is in the developing stage now, and they develop it into a device that can project full motion and video conferencing. We think that the device in the film will exist in the near future.
This is a futuristic hoverboard that already exists in 2013. The first hoverboard ever released was invented by Shane Chen. It is designed with wheels, unlike the futuristic version in the movie. This is what it seems to be: a physical digital newspaper or brochure, which currently does not exist because people rely more on phones rather than newspapers. Making a virtual newspaper is considered not necessary in today's age because phones and computers are more efficient than just a thin screen. This shows a person is wearing a headset that is see-through. It is very similar to what we call a virtual reality headset in present days. The first VR headset was created in 1968 by an American computer scientist, Ivan Sutherland, and his student Bob Sproul. Based on the design in the movie, it seems that they had the headset wireless, which is also available in present day, so that it is possible to bring it outside. They have also made it lighter and transparent, unlike the current version where it is still quite heavy to bring it outdoors. This is what it looks like: a futuristic wheelchair that is being used for transportation only. They can still use it within a building instead of using a car. The first ever wheelchair was ever invented in 1655 by Stephen Farfler. He built his own mobility aid when he was only 22 after breaking his back. Ever since then, Britain built another wheelchair that has 3 wheels and 2 hand cranks on either side of the rider to move both wheels on the sides. This is a stroller that has no wheels and is floating above the surface. The first ever stroller was invented in 1733 for the Duke of Devonshire by a landscape architect called William Kent. This is what it looked like in 2015.
Robots. We are all familiar with robots, and we all know they already exist in our world. The first robot in the world was built by the American inventor George Devil in the early 1950s. Nowadays, we find robots around the world with different purposes. Here in the movie, these robots served as assistants, bodyguards, and fighting machines. In this scene, Casey moves her hand through the dog, and you can clearly see that it is just a hologram. If you notice, the dog is very realistic for being a hologram, and you can see it clearly even in daylight. This advanced technology doesn't exist yet in the present, but since we already have holograms, people might create an advanced one like this. A Japanese firm, Ariel Borton, created a new holographic display in 2014 where a laser can create 3D holograms during daylight. For now, Ariel Borton's display is low resolution, meaning it's capable of only basic shapes, but the team is working on finding a way to create more complex images. This techno machine, if you can see clearly, is an advanced version of a machine that already exists in the present, which is known as a touchscreen kiosk featuring subway map that serves to improve a way of finding transportation for commuters. The advanced version in the movie doesn't exist yet, but there is a probability that it might happen in the near future. Input technology which do not require physical contact are nothing new. The Israeli company Lumio has been manufacturing and selling virtual laser keyboards for several years. And another US-based company, HoloTouch, developed technology for a floating holographic input device and they are planning to put applications of this new technology in various fields including the kiosk, gaming, and more.